If you watched the last video, we were in Ait Benedou exploring the beautiful UNESCO World Heritage Site. This week we'll go to the Todra Gorge and oasis, as well as head to the Sahara for some glamping. But we begin back where we left off, in Tangier. I wanted to wake up to see the epic sunrise because every Moroccan sunrise and sunset had been out of this world.
Saw you paint a picture of a face.
Good morning from Tangier. I just woke up. I have a beautiful suite that looks like it's in a castle, and it has the best view of sunrise, which will be coming up over there in the town of Tangier, waking up over there. This is just beyond magnificent, more than I could have ever imagined. This group tour heading out to Morocco Desert is definitely something I joined last minute, but I knew I wanted to go to the Sahara. I just didn't know if I wanted to do 2 days or 1 night, 2 nights or 1 night, and I'm so glad I chose the 2 nights because it has such a good pace and relaxing, and you get to see so much more. And I mean, waking up to this view was pretty special. But for now, I'm gonna get ready for breakfast, and I'm excited to see what they serve up because last night was a blessing of a tangine. It was so good. And then there's a pool here as well, but it's a little bit cool for my taste. And then we're going to head out to do a tour of Tangier, see the Morocco Desert, do some camel rides, hang out in the tents, and learn more about the Berber culture. After an epic sunrise, it's time to head and go get some breakfast. I think it's like a breakfast buffet, and it looks pretty delicious. Check it out.
Days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m.
One thing's for certain is you will never leave with an empty stomach when you are served with Moroccan hospitality. After I got my food, I headed out to eat on the porch with an awesome view.
Give you the world like I promised.
Good morning from Hotel Seguro. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I'm actually in love with this town. Check out the old ruins right there. And we have a nice hotel. I think it's like a 3-star hotel, but it provided everything we needed and the breakfast is great. And now we're going to head off to go to our gorge and the Morocco Desert before chilling and watching the stars at night. I'm super excited for today, and I'm ready to continue to explore more of the High Atlas region. But for now, let's get going in this bus. After a short drive, we headed to the Todras Gorge, where we met a local guide that brought us through the oasis and taught us about life in Todras Gorge. So right now we're in Todra Gorge. It's in the middle of this canyon, and we drove up to it, and there was so many palm trees. It's an oasis in the middle of the desert of the High Atlas Mountains region. Whoa, this is a fun bridge. Check this out. It kind of bounces. Wow.
Then you go to cross the Atlas, then you go to the Sahara. Then that you see the ground here, this is alfalfa, la luzerne. Yeah? Alfalfa we give it for animal, for cow, sheep, goat, animal. Then in summertime, they come more bigger, then they give a flower, blue flower, and that flower we use it for natural color.
I learned so much about the growing patterns of the Todra Gorge area and how most of the families make all of their own food still, which is very different from what we're used to, at least I'm used to, in the US. So as you see, they are burning these date palm leaves, and there's smoke a bit about everywhere, and it just is because they do controlled burns in order to get rid of some pests that are in the date leaves. And yeah, so that's why there's some smoke around. But this place is actually quite cool. And yeah, where did they go? Uh-oh.
the villages, they mix the two between them. And easy for irrigation system. For example, if they want to irrigate here, you see that stones we blocked opposite, then we open the water from the biggest channel, then comes down here. Yeah. Every village has a channel. Always we blocked from the river like a dam. Then the water comes from the river to the channel. Yeah. And about 35,000 people around all the valley. The most they work in the silver mine. Or here in the valley, we have the biggest silver mine in 25 kilometers from here. This is the biggest one in North Africa. Then the most people in this area around here, they work in that silver mine. Then we have many silver factory around the valley also.
So right above me, you can see an almond tree. Did you know almonds grow on trees? Let me know in the comments if you did, because I did not, but they're so cool. These yellow, but again, I'm behind. I need to catch up to the tour. Let's go.
For trees, they graft it, like here also, you see it, yeah, here, always where you see that, yeah. This one is almond and this one is a peach, yeah, or opposite.
So it only makes...
When we graft it from here, they give just the almond.
Okay, and then it just gives a flavor of...
Yeah, sweet almond.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet almonds?
Sweet and more bigger than normal one.
Just about finished with this hike, and this gorge is beautiful. It is a paradise oasis. You can find olives, figs, pomegranates, dates, alfalfa. I mean, so many things we've seen, and lettuce. I'm just really happy we stopped here for a nice walk, a great way to start the morning before heading to the Morocco Desert and seeing the differences between this oasis just not so far from the Sahara, one of the driest spots in the whole world. And yes, so far so good for today, and I'm loving this adventure. It was interesting to see the older ruins and houses where Moroccan families lived before they moved closer to the roads for better access to education and other services.
Century, 15th century, this is the first villages around the valley, and the traditional houses always made by mud and straw, adobe or torchia, and always is a 50-60 centimeter for the wall that they do for be opposite to the weather, yeah, and that's why you see the small windows and the doors is about the weather. Like in summertime, the hot doesn't get inside, and winter time, the cold doesn't get inside, yeah? And always for roof houses, we use the date palms or a poplar tree, then the bamboo. Sometimes we use also the bamboo, then we put the mud and straw after bamboo, yeah? When we do the good roof for the traditional houses, and no problem, even rain, no problem.
The next stop was learning how the carpets were made, and I was a little reticent to buy a carpet. Do you think I bought one?
Sheep, donkeys, camels, as well mules. A nomad, we move near the same place. This is nomad. What is mean nomad? Because we look out for water and green for our animals. But please, up the mountain, for nomad families, life a bit hard. What I mean, in mountain, no school for our children without school. As well, no hospital, no markets, no bank, no TV, no radio, no shops, no socks, no electricity. But long time ago now, our king and the government give us it, nomad families, they live hard life up the mountain to come now to live in the village, to the Casbahs now. We plan here better life now. So now in the village, our kids go to the school, boy and girls. When they are 6 years young, it's time to go to the school. Look at now, every family that have electricity and water in houses, here banks, here post office, here hospital, here shops, so better life now. But summertime, half families they stay in the village, half they move to the nomad again. And we move by donkeys, camels and mules. When we are in destination in summer half families, we separate to be nomad again, to live again in the cave in the tent. Then please in summer, every families they shave animals. We shave our animals. And all the world plan look at, we shave from animals. Our nomad families or nomad ladies might carpets. Please, we give you tea. We give you Berber whiskey. No alcohol, zero alcohol.
No, zero alcohol. My type of whiskey.
They give you new energy. Is green tea, sugar cane, hot water. And sometimes you put fresh mint and saffron as well. But saffron is healthy. Okay, please, Bisaha. What is mean بالصحة is means
Cheers.
cheers.
Pizza.
Good health. When you say orange is from henna, and the white is natural wool, and red is from poppy flowers or tan granate. We say please the black is the coal, and that one is mineral stones. Light color is turquoise color, and the beauty is lavender color.
Finally, I was convinced to buy a cactus silk carpet, a small one for my house, which I never met. But I headed to the Todra Gorge next, and this place was magnificent with the towering limestone rock rising above us.
Meter high. This one, yeah. It's doing by climbing also.
Wow.
It's a very famous place
For rock climbing?
for rock climbing, yeah, in Morocco.
Nice.
We have like 10 places, but there is like 150 climbing past in total in all the canyon.
Hello from the Todra Gorge. That's so pretty. And the weather's il fait beau. But I just got some espresso, and the guy was super friendly there. He caught me. I just walked up and I was like, Afakawa. And then he just was telling me that, yeah, he was like, you know one word in Arabic, don't you? And I was like, yeah, I'm half Moroccan. But yeah, we're here in the Todra Gorge. It's very beautiful here. Perfect day and perfect weather. It's just amazing. Check this out. People are so friendly. I have no clue what's up here, but it looks pretty interesting. Let's go check it out.
Then the road stops here. Then you need like a 4x4 or motorbike to continue to up.
Do you think it's gonna bite me? After exploring the gorge, it was time to head on to move to the Sahara. We stopped for lunch. Lunch isn't included with this tour, but it was only 100 dirhams, which is about $10, and provides a 3-course meal, which is totally filling. Then we started to head out and see things get sparser and sparser until the sand dunes of the Sahara poked above the landscape. Our rides were raring to go when we arrived. The camels brought us from the roadside to the campsite. We arrived just in time for golden hour and sunset. Finally in the Morocco Desert and almost to the camp. I'm really excited to see what it looks like. And dang, these camels are actually kind of sore to ride, but they're cute. Check it out. Everyone. After an epic camel ride, we headed to run up the sand dunes to watch the sunset. We're trying to make it up this mountain. We got this. We're up. There's the camp, and we're almost there. Oh, we have time. Oh my God. Woo! We made it. As we got there, it was great to relax and just watch the sunset, but I also had some fun sandboarding a bit. For one failed attempt, we decided to hike up further into the sand dunes to get some more speed on the sandboard. Finally, it was time to head back to the campsite for some tea and get ready for dinner. Warming up with a cup of tea was the perfect thing to do after a long day, but then it was time to head to check out the room for the first time. Welcome to my tent. Welcome to the luxury glamping tents in the middle of the Sahara. We have a bathroom and a shower. This is freaking awesome, guys. The property is just amazing. Today we climbed up all the way to the top of one of the highest sand dunes in the Sahara, and I'm just astounded by the beauty of this place. I'm so happy to be at Moroccan, and everybody's been so great. Mustafa, our tour guide, the driver, amazing. And I'm very excited for dinner, and we're about to go have that right now. Let's go. During one of our last meals was something special. We had awesome couscous and food before heading to go watch some Berber musicians play under the stars. But we're waiting to hear some traditional Berber music after having an awesome dinner with more tangines. We're about to have a show. Great food, dancing, and music, and trying our hand at the drums. It was time to go to bed before waking up early to watch a sunrise. The sunrise here was like a painting, and I'm so glad that I woke up early to catch it. Good morning. We just woke up for the sunrise. Is so nice out. It was cold last night, but I found the blanket like at 2 a.m. when I was freezing my butt off. But I'm excited that we're here now to wake up for the sunrise. Whew. Good morning. I just watched an epic sunrise, and now we're heading back to the luxury glamping tents. There was a bathroom, a nice bed, everything, and we're just heading back because I have breakfast now, and then we'll be heading off for the long drive back to Marrakech. But it will be fine. There's a few stops along the way to Berber village, and all in all, this trip was very well planned out. You never had to worry about like having to stop for a bathroom break or that. They had it all planned out, and it was perfectly timed. But for now, let's go back to the camp. Some breakfast, some hubs, eggs. What is this? What did he say?
Just, I don't know.
And then cucumbers, cake, sweet bread. It's meat. Moroccan pancakes.
You going now?
Yeah.
10 persons in one pickup.
Our last bit of fun was going off-roading with this giant truck and sitting in the bed of it. We have to go, but it was awesome. We're packing up the van and we're heading back to Marrakech, but we just did a crazy off-roading adventure, and now we're sadly have to say bye. There was also an option to go quad biking through the sand dunes to meet us here, but I didn't want to. It was $45, and there was a long 12-hour drive awaiting us back to Marrakech. We made it in time to get some food at the night market in Marrakech. So this is my last night in Marrakech, and I'm just here in Jamana El Bina. I ended up meeting up with some people from the tour to eat some food at the food stalls. I was a little bit nervous and didn't want to get food poisoning, but there were some great options, and we had a great time walking around the Jamana El Fena Square. I found the guys to be more aggressive towards the other guys, but for me, I was fine walking around the market and felt safe. Finally, it was time to say goodbye to everybody because I had to go to bed early because the next adventure was going to be to Essaouira, Morocco, right on the ocean. Want more Morocco adventures? Then please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're made aware of other adventures. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments.